Link's been waiting for you. That sounded way creepier than I thought. Hey everyone, and welcome back to more The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. Last time, we returned to Skyloft after our endeavors in the Lanayru Desert, collected a few things I had missed, and just generally wrapped up a lot of things I want to get done here. This time, we're going to be heading to the Faron region. I don't know why I'm having a brain fart. We're going to be heading to the Faron region to go talk to the quote-unquote old lady, as Impa described her, and showing her the golden harp that we were given by Zelda in the Lanayru province. So we're going to start heading over there. Any preparations to make before this that I didn't show, again, as I mentioned last episode, would be the gratitude crystals. I'm not going to go into all the reason why I'm not grabbing the ones that you can just find lying about. But there are things like potions and stuff you could get if you want them. But I'm feeling pretty confident. Pretty much for anything. Except for maybe that. Link, help! Ugh, rough landing. Link, I might have broke something. Hey Link, seriously, didn't anyone ever teach you how to land without crash? Whoa! Birds? Tiny birds? What are they? And what is that thing? But how? Why? What? Where am I? What's going on here? Ever since Zelda vanished, you've been zipping in and out of town all in a hurry. So I figured I'd tell you and you might leave me to Zelda. But this is so wild. Seriously, what is that thing over there? And what's with all these trees? There are so many. Just give it to me straight. I can take it. Where are we? Is Zelda here? What's the deal with this place? If there's supposed to be nothing below the clouds, what's all this? Whoa. You're kind of imploding my mind right now. But I think I get what you're saying. If I've got this right, Zelda's down here somewhere and she's okay? She's okay. Wow, that's so great. Hearing that, such a huge weight off my mind. You know, Link, sort of all right down here. This place needs a name. Yeah, name fitting for this rugged, adventurous wilderness. From now on, we'll call it Groosland. So let me see if I've got this right. The old lady living in the temple down the road from here knows where Zelda is. I see. Right, Link. Thanks for getting me here. You've done a good job. You can head home. A big Groose will handle the search for Zelda from here. Yep, I'll track her down, save her, and then give her a lift back to Skyloft. Then when we get back, I'll ask her if she wants to make our whole going out thing official, and then the two of us will get some quality time together. Anyway, the point is your work here is done. I've got it covered from here. Now, it's off to find that old lady we're talking about. Catch you later, Link! Groose. Man, I will give him credit. I mean, without Link he would have died, but I mean, he still somehow survived to plunge to the surface. So, I'll give him that. I'm gonna try to catch a bird here too, if I can. So yep, now Groose has made it to the surface. Oh good god, what have we unleashed onto the world? We'll talk to you in a second. We saw him walking around and, again, kind of broke Groose's world, which, to be fair to him, I Couldn't imagine all these new things kind of happening at once. Oh, hey, bud, we meet again. In a hurry as usual, Yep, I've been keeping busy too, checking out the wonders of the world. So you want to hear about some of my research? Always have time for a little bit of knowledge. Okay, bud, prepare to be amazed. We made a huge discovery while I was out doing my field research. So get a load of this. Apparently there are walls and statues that respond to beautiful tones. All right, want to know more? Of course I do. All right, this has the kind of archaeological enthusiasm I like to see. Oh, but before we get into the fascinating details of walls and statues, there's something I'd better ask you about, bud. You ever heard of a blessed butterfly? I've seen one. In fact, we've caught quite a few. All right, bud, then let me jump straight to the point. Ancient tomes mention these butterflies flopping around in packs by certain walls and statues. Seems like these butterflies have some kind of sixth sense. They are detecting, something. Want to hear more? Please do. Which are you interested in? How about the walls? Do they say bad things? From what I learned, it sounds like these walls were left behind by the goddess from the hero mentioned in legends. Things our hero's desires are said to spring forth from behind the walls. That's why they call them the goddess walls, I suppose. Agree to hear more, of course. That is the spirit, but sadly is as far as my research has gotten me. As soon as I make any new discoveries, though, you will be the first to know. Okay, so it seems like he's got more to tell us. Knowledge, ever powerful it seems. Gonna check under here for grasshoppers, since, you know, or, yeah, these are grasshoppers, right? Yeah. These aren't the mantises. I'm thinking the mantises for some reason. Oh, can you, like, land and so I can try to catch you? There we go. Even though Groose, you know, has got a head start on us, I feel like that old lady can handle him. He's, you know, he's probably fine. It was kind of sweet of Link to, you know, try to explain it to him. And to be fair to Groose, I mean, he wasn't, like, doing anything super mean to Link after he landed. Like, you know, even, you know, he didn't make fun of us or anything. So, you know, maybe there's some progress and we can have a little bit of a healthier friendship, or at least, you know, camaraderie maybe with each other. Something like that. Anyway, let's head back to the old lady and, you know, see if she will have anything to share with us. According to Impa, she should know what we're talking about. Huh? You've got to be kidding me, Granny! You're messing with me. Say it again, I dare you. I only speak the truth. You are not the one who will save her. The Spirit Maiden, your Zelda, can only be saved by another. It has been his fate to do this thing, and in doing so, save us, as it was decided long before you were brought crying into this world. Shut it, Granny! You obviously don't know me well, because if you did, you'd know that if anyone's gonna save Zelda, it's Groose. Now could it not be me? Plus, if it ain't me, why would I even be here? Pfft, I'm not a job being the hero, just who is? No? Oh, now I get you. Link, Granny here has been trying to tell me you're gonna be the big hero who rescues Zelda. What a joke! Look, all I've heard so far is a bunch of babbling about destiny, but that's a load of garbage. I know you and you're no hero, shrimp. Ah! I love Link's face there. Greetings, Link. Were you able to catch up with Zelda? I see, so the Guardian was there as well, was she? The one you saw by Zelda's side is known as Impa. She is a being sent forth by the goddess to aid Zelda in her quest. The two have traveled somewhere in order to accomplish the great task Destiny has set before them. However, now that Impa has destroyed the gate that they used, there's only one way left to find them. You must make use of the harp given to you by Zelda. But I don't know how to play. Tim Link, have you attempted to play the harp that you received? No. My sense is that you have not yet familiarized yourself with it. You'd be correct. Very well, I shall teach you how to play it. Listen well and do as I say. First, press X to ready your harp. Okay. Now try strumming your harp. And as you can see, you hold down A, and then you move the right Joy-Con or the Wii Remote back and forth to actually play it. Play faster so that your strums move the sway to my braid. Yep. So we have to try to time it with the braid. It's a bit of an interesting mechanic, playing the harp, which we'll get into a little bit more later, since this won't go for much longer. Good, you learned fast. But I will say, I don't think playing the harp is that easy, nor do I really think we're correctly playing the harp. We're more so just dragging our fingers across it, not really having any rhythm or anything, but whatever. Now for your next lesson. Focus in playing time with the pulsing of the circle of light. When your timing is right, I shall join my voice to your harp. Listen well, for the song I sing will be of great help to you in your journey. So yep, you see that glowing light, and whenever it comes in and out, that's when you'll want to start strumming. This is a bit of an interesting mechanic. As you can see, those lights will light up. That implies that you're doing it correct, and you'll just want to stick with it. At this point, I'm going to be quiet so you can hear the lovely song that she is singing for us. You learned the Ballad of the Goddess. It's a mysterious melody that has been passed down from ancient times. That is in fact the song we heard Zelda singing and playing from the past. The harp you hold is known as the Goddess's Harp. It is a divine instrument of the goddess who once watched over this land. The melodies it brings to life have the power to produce a variety of strange and otherworldly effects. The great slab standing before you is known as the Gate of Time. It is the last of its kind in existence, the only portal binding our world to the one where Zelda now resides. If you manage to open the gate and pass through, you will likely end up in the same place as Zelda. But you'll need to endure many hardships and put yourself in great danger to awaken the gate from its dormant state. Though your journey will put you in harm's way, Link, you must endure. It's your fate as the chosen hero of the goddess. The shaking. I feel the seal has been broken. I expected that it would react to your summoning the gate, but I never imagined the seal would break so quickly. Link, there will be time to explain later. Right now you must hurry to the bottom of the pit outside. Man, was my music that terrible? Jeez. Because this is quite the reaction to it. Also, again, I like that beautiful orchestra that was playing, and then all of a sudden you just hear Link. I don't think that's how you play the harp, buddy. Whoa! What's with all the shaking? The whole ground is heaving. I thought it was supposed to be solid down here. Go quickly, Link. Check on the ceiling spike at the center of the pit. There's nothing natural about these tremors. The monster could free itself at any moment. Approach the pit with caution. The monster, huh? If your memory serves you well, you may remember some of the visions we've had ever since the beginning of the game, including the one when we first arrived here and looked down here. We can only hope that that isn't what's about to happen here. Me and my big mouth. The Imprisoned. A name befitting of an avocado with legs. Admittedly, it's what it looks like. I knew it. The seal has given way. I'll explain later, but now is the time for action. We must keep that beast from escaping that pit. It must not reach the temple. Yep, so we, in fact, as you can see there on the left, have a bit of a, I wouldn't say timer, but you can see we have a goal there. That is a thing that's going to say how close the beast, aka the Imprisoned, is to reaching the temple. Our goal is to ensure it does not reach there. For whatever reason, it's worth protecting, probably now because the Gate of Time is there, and that's the only way of getting to Zelda. The Imprisoned is an interesting fight. As you can see, its toes are its weak point that you can destroy. It will only do damage by stomping around and trying to hit Link. Your main goal is just to get out of the way when it's stomping and go to the other foot and attack them before you take all the toes. Once all the toes have been taken out, he will fall over, this time on his back. And once he's fallen over, you're going to run behind him, get your sword out, and you'll want to hit his spike going upwards. You can do the upward spin to get a lot in there, as you can see. Otherwise, you'll have to swing up multiple times, and he'll get up pretty quick, and you'll have to probably make the fight last longer. After having the spike dive into his skull enough, you'll see that he'll start sliding his way up the actual pit tunnel here. He is very fast, and he'll hit you, and if he hits you, you may go flying off. You'll want to make sure you stay in front of him. This is where you want to use those wind gusts to your advantage. You can get around a lot easier and a lot quicker. He is slow, but you shouldn't underestimate his speed and the fact that if you're taking this a little too slow, he can just surprisingly get far ahead, especially with that sliding, as you can see where he's at already. He'll move progressively faster the longer this fight has gone in terms of how many phases we're in, because right now we're technically in phase 2. As you can see, sometimes he'll do bigger struts, which will cause that little shockwave to come out. You'll want to be aware of that, because that'll do more damage and send you flying further, so you just want to be careful. Again, though, those toes don't have much health, and they shouldn't be the biggest deal ever. Also, don't worry about getting crushed there, because as you can see, or you may have seen anyway, Link will get out of the way on his own. You don't have to worry too much. The fight is not that bad, in all honesty, but it could stress you out, because it's the first of its kind that kind of has a timer attached to it. So don't feel like too stressed out, but it is one that may get to you if you're not used to this. But in terms of the actual fight, it is not that hard in terms of what you're required to do. So here, for example, we're going to go up here, and we're going to start running down because he's definitely not making it all the way up here. You can just kind of tell this when you're playing the game a little bit. As you can see, actually making it pretty close. Never mind. Oh, he got very close, actually. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my God, he got me. Never mind. I guess I should say I underestimated him a little bit. I expected him not to go that far. But as you can see, yeah, that slide on his belly gets him super far up. And that's why you could be in danger, because even if you are doing okay on the actual fights here, if he gets a little too high, I mean, look how close he is to the temple already. And I feel like we've been pretty decent. By phase 3, he's always going to be emitting shockwaves, even if he's not having to make more time, or, no, yeah, spend more time in order to create them. This just means you're going to have to be even more careful with your timing. Once you get rid of 1 foot, he's a lot slower and gives you a lot more time to react. Use that to your advantage, and make sure you're just taking your time. You don't want to take unnecessary damage here if you can help it. Of course, this is where potions and the Great, or not the Great Fairy, but the fairies can help. As you can see, 1 HP isn't a ton, but you'll just want to be careful. Get up in front, you can do spin attacks to all 3 of them. In general, since he has that one singular back toe looking thing, you'll want to probably take that out first, just so you can stay up front and keep ahead of him. But really, any strategy will do. Again, not that hard. Just make sure you're keeping on the move, and in general, try not to panic too much, because, again, it's not all that bad. Now, Link. Strike the sealing spike with a Skyward Strike and restore the seal quickly. Let's do just that. Generally, we give out a victory screech of, you know, well, not a victory screech, but a victory speech, but in this one, it seems like we're just sealing him again. We haven't actually gotten rid of the problem. But either way, it's a victory all the same, and we'll take what we can get. We'll be presented with a pattern, and we'll have to match the pattern it goes with. You also have to swing either the right Joy-Con or your Wii Remote to match it. Nice going, Link. Though the Imprisoned had only just begun to awaken and break its bonds, I'm impressed you're able to restore the seal, keeping it captive. Unfortunately, you've only succeeded in buying us a little more time in which to act. The behemoth you beat back into confinement is a horror of unspeakable power. Judging by what I saw, I would not be surprised if the seal gave away again soon. So you are left with precious little time to complete the task with which you have been entrusted. Return to the sealed temple, Link. There is much to discuss. As you can see, the gate is nothing more than a slab of cold stone for now. It is sleeping. Rousing it from its slumber would require a great power. Yes, I believe a shot of holy light from your Skyward Strike might just do it. Sorry to disappoint you, boy, but for now your sword lacks the power necessary to awaken the gate. First, you and your sword must grow together. Faron Woods, Elden Volcano, and Lineru Desert. A sacred flame is hidden somewhere in each of these lands. Seek them out and purify your sword in their heat. Only after your blade has been tempered by these 3 fires will it be fully imbued with the great power for which you search. Clues to finding the sacred flames have been woven into the lyrics of songs precious to your people, the Ballad of the Goddess. These clues are your best hope of finding your way to the flames. Return to Skyloft. Somewhere on your island is one whose knowledge of this old song will point you in the right direction.
I hate even saying this, but guess you've got it all figured out, Granny. Me, well, there's nothing I can do to help Zelda. I'm useless.
Ah, you sell yourself short, my friend. You'll see in time that you have your own role to play in all this. Link, go now. Trust in fate to guide your feet. Your mission depends on it, as does Zelda's fate. The Ballad of the Goddess. Based on my projections, this is likely the song Zelda sang on the day of the Wing Ceremony. I calculate a 85% probability that someone associated with the Academy will be able to provide additional information about this song. And so that's what we're setting off to do. Next time, we are going to head back to Skyloft in order to figure out just what this Ballad of the Goddess can teach us about where we need to go for these sacred flames. Our goal finally isn't just tracking down Zelda. Seems like now we have more than just the singular goal set out for us. I hope to see you all there.